I really don't like this thumbnail.
I know. Why? It's blurry on the left. There's no exclamation points. There's no thirst trapping. Zoey Stark's not a big enough star for you, Manny. Is that what it is?
All that, and then you put Zoey Stark suffers graphic injury and our disgusting faces on this thumbnail.
You know what? Our faces are the worst. I just can't figure out. Not to tell them we're like hideous people. I'm just saying, like, I just don't know what to put in those corners. They just look like empty space. So that's why our face originally went there, and it just stayed there ever since. I don't know what to put there. So if maybe I start putting donate here or something. I don't know.
If you would like to fill in that space, please email the show at theshopsters@gmail.com.
Sponsors. It's for sponsors, not the space for sponsors.
Yeah, or if you want your slap a logo on one of our bald foreheads, go ahead.
Yeah, I would sell my bald head for space. Like the boxers used to write on their back and all that. The Golden Nugget Casino or some shit. I'm talking about forehead.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm down for that. Will he ever be champion, Manny?
I don't want him to be champion.
I don't want a lot of good things to happen to him, but you know what? I think in this down period, I would put it on him. There's nothing going on. He is the most famous person on the show.
Nah, just remake the Karate Kid and have him as
he would be good. He'd be good.
He'd be good.
He'd be good. But no good things. And yes, this poorly photoshopped that Trump might think is real. Mommy in the bank.
Well, to be fair, they also may think it if the Entity takes over in Mission Impossible.
Oh. But will Rhea Ripley be winning Money in the Bank? Who knows? I almost put both her and Roxanne in there, but I feel like Roxanne's too small to make the thumbnail.
I like the way how bad this Photoshop is. Rhea's hand is nowhere the same color tone as what that.
Yeah, it's not even her arm. That's Priest's arm.
Her hand would literally snap if she was holding the rope like that.
Yes. I understood all of that. I was going to fix it and I said, you know what? Fuck it. It's a third wheel thumbnail, if not second. I knew the first one was Zoey.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Mark show. I am, of course, the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes, and over there,
the obviously black and obviously bald, but beautifully bearded Marcus the grand finale. Still working on this.
We trying to say about my beard?
Yeah, well, you could have said no. I talked about my beard. I wouldn't talk. Just because I complimented my luscious beard, Manny, doesn't mean I'm shooting down your beard. Luscious
is it? Luscious if your beard started going down to here.
No, that's lengthy. That's more lengthy. That's more.
No, that's luscious.
That's more suave.
You see those people with those luscious, those beards.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
those...
I was like, you look like a lion right here, sir. With your mane.
You're angelic. That's an angelic beard. That's why I would go with that.
And I bet when you go over there, it smells nice. It's smooth.
Oh yeah, that's right. It smells like cocoa, like coconut oil and all that stuff. You go like, you're like, you're fantastic. Oh, you're a racist. Let me get back.
What are you gonna do? Brew me a craft beer?
Oh shit! What are you, David the Gnome? What are you, a gnome? You gonna stand in front of somebody's house and just be like this? I gotta get some gnomes.
Biggest news story of this week: AEW got taken off the air by Black Adam. The worst film ever.
Oh my god, man! It is not the worst film ever. I told you, Shazam, Glory of the Gods, or whatever. or Battle Web, but it's in the running. It's in the top 20 worst superhero movies of all time. But I asked this question to the public. Maybe we take AEW to court or TNT to court. We need to figure out what's going on. I watch TNT for basketball. I don't really watch it for anything else. But I wish there was somebody that says, I watch TNT or TBS all the time. And yes, they fuck up all the time. But it only seems like it happens when AEW is doing shit. I swear to God, I'm not trying to say it's AEW's fault. I'm just saying Warner Brothers or TNT or whatever, get y'all shit together, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No, I think it's
Warner Brothers. I think it's Warner Brothers.
They're in shambles.
Because it worked fine online on streaming.
Yeah,
it came on fine. So it had to be on TNT's end. There's no way it could be on AEW's end.
Could be. I know it's not, but I feel like technically issues always happen on their program. It seems like something they don't care about. That's what I'm saying. That's my argument. It's like they do not care about this. They care more about fucking reruns of Modern Family or The Big Bang Theory that just never happens to.
Or but they bring in views.
Yeah, I know. The NBA playoffs, they don't fuck up with that. Like the shows they care about, they will not. And it just shows that there's a lack of caring about AEW in the Warner Bros. Discovery. And I'm not trying to push some random agenda because I honestly think that, it's not their fault. I don't think it's their fault. I just think that the people at Warner Brothers or whoever run it do not care about this show. Do not.
I don't think I do.
Especially, and you probably had, but then again, the NBA playoffs happens on the week. And the NHL happens, and I don't hear about they cut the game off midstream or they were showing some show. Can't think of any TNT shows anymore. I don't think they have any anymore.
So when I first heard the story, I thought it was one of those ancient times of breaking news. We have to interrupt this broadcast for this.
Yes.
But then I was like, well, this ain't the 90s.
When I thought it interrupted it, I thought when I read it, I was like, interrupted. I was like, oh, it must be like because we had like the tornadoes or something. Maybe that has something to do with it. But no, I was just like, what the fuck? I think Warner Bros. Is a disgrace of a network, or it's just falling apart. And everything is hinging on Superman if they decide to make any dollars or money, whatever's going on there. And who knows? That may not have any hope either because Warner Bros. Is struggling.
Yep, there you go.
They are. They're going back to HBO Max instead of HBO Now or Go and all the other names they had. Places. It just seems like a very dysfunctional place right now.
Yeah. There are indie stars that are supposed to be signing with WWE. I have no idea about those two that they're apparently signing. It's Igel or Angel, Aigle Blanc, and Mike DiVecchio. I don't know nothing about these two.
I don't know either. But again, I don't get hyped over who they sign anymore because I don't like what they're doing with the people they do have already for most of the part. Like they're just like, oh, we signed people. They're gonna end up on NXT. Maybe they make an impact on NXT or whatnot. Who knows? But I don't feel Triple H is putting people in the right position to win, to be in their best selves.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about LFG now, or do you want to talk about after Raw? Yeah,
we can talk about it now. I don't really have much to say.
So a new belt has been made, the LFG title belt. Well, I like the color scheme.
That's nice. Are you talking about the champion or the belt?
The belt. Being black is not color scheme, Marcus.
I thought it was a scheme. I heard it was a scheme. I heard it was a scam. That's why we have the DEI. It's a scam to be a colored person.
Yeah. So the Undertaker won overall for the coaches. And then took a jab at everyone else that he doesn't even have a wrestling school.
Yeah, but you know what?
We should have made Booker T mad. I know that made Booker T mad.
Yeah. I'm sure it made Bubba mad who had 0 points, but I'm sure they don't care. Booker T could always go like, I actually have real stars in the company. Roxanne Perez is on the main roster. I know I have others, but she is the star and light of my school.
Child. She's my child.
She's my child. Her mother is Stephanie McCare.
So the winners were Tyra May Steele and Jasper Troy.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking in the pre-show that I don't think there's any money in Jasper Troy. And he's definitely not TV ready.
I agree. When you get the NXT contract, I'm sure he's going to show up there this week, maybe, and have a match of some kind. Be like, oh, that's the LFG champion. He won. He's the first ever, or something like that. But after that, I don't expect to see much of him. I don't have a problem with Jasper Troy, and Tyra May still is the same. I just don't feel neither one is ready to be on my TV on a weekly basis.
Do you think Xena would have been more TV ready than?
I think she has a more complete character. I think she's doing essentially the same role that Tiffany Stratton is and was kind of doing, or in a way, it's the kind of same kind of.
I think Stratton's different now. Stratton's moved away from complete ditzy blonde from the way she was in NXT. I think she'll fit in to play that role, but that oxymoron thing needed to go. That was stupid.
I don't think she needs to play stupid. I think she just play I think she's too physically imposing to play stupid. I think to play stupid, you have to be smaller type. I remember when Emma was playing basically stupid. I feel like that's the right size. You can be that size. Xena's too bulky and probably athletic to play stupid.
I'm not sure Tyra's ready either.
No.
For TV anyway, I think she's got to do a lot more to work on a character more. You can see stuff that's there, like the in-ring. Do you know what? The in-ring for both those matches have moved on from what we saw from week one.
Yeah.
Week one stuff, I was like, that was tragic.
Yeah. They got better. Like, everybody did get better. Especially, these were both of their best matches, or all four of these competitors' best matches they've had on the show. And maybe it was edited that way. I don't know. But it just seemed like this was the best of what they could do. And I just don't feel like either one are ready. And I don't know what I would do with Ty. I feel like she could go by, I'm just an Olympic gold medalist, but I feel like there has to be more there. There has to be more.
Well, it would have made sense if the Creeds and thing was still, and Ivy was still in NXT to put them with her, because you can't really put her in the main roster at any point to be with Chad Gable and all.
No.
But that's where that's where I would see her belong.
What about this? What if, because right now currently on NXT, the No Quarter Catch Q is feuding. Would you team her with whatever rift they may have in that group?
Maybe put her with Charlie and then have Ren with the other two.
Okay.
Because I just like
Charlie's a heel.
Charlie's heel, but they're not doing anything with Ren, so it makes sense to put them two together and have little matches and stuff like that. That would work, I think.
Well, I think honestly, it'd be a weird, probably aesthetically tag team, but her and Ren would actually make a good tag team, considering Ren could be the personality. She could do all the no quarter. And Ren's a good wrestler too, but Ren could kind of like lead the way.
What's that other girl's name in Wrestling and Evolve?
Are you talking about Black Armstrong?
No, the one that's actually like the one that was an actual amateur wrestler.
I don't know, Manny. I haven't watched Evolve since like week 2.
No, but Black Armstrong's good, Marcus.
I know she is good. Kelly Armstrong is good.
She's so good.
She's extremely talented. No, she's the last time I watched. And I'm not talking about week 1 or whatever. I'm talking about she had another match. Whenever her last match was, that was the last match I think I seen of Evolve. Because I was like, oh, let me check her out again.
Yeah, and she's added an attitude to her character. I'm like, yes.
Yes. But we'll see what happens with him. There's never been, I don't think, a successful winner of a reality WWE show.
Yeah, but you know what was interesting about the way that show ended? They said Xena will go back into season 2 of LFG.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, wait, I don't think that's right.
No, I think it is. I don't think
it's
right because if you keep refreshing it, it's like, oh, okay. But if you have the same people in it, but you add like another 2 or maybe another 3 or 4 to freshen it up a little bit, it makes sense.
But it's just going to lead to like the same people winning, or you're like, oh, okay, Holyfield's winning this year, or Xena's going to win this year, or Troy Underwood.
No, because when you look at it,
I would rather.
Because when you look at it, Cutler's on fucking NXT these days. So
yeah,
and so it'd be interesting to see where they end up if they end up with different coaches and stuff like that. It'd be interesting.
I don't want it to be like a sports league. I want it to be a reality show. I want a new cast.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it necessarily to be a sports league, Marcus. But I mean, like, it'd be like season 2. They're still continuing to improve and grow. I don't want to see that. I don't want to just see them fall into the wasteway and then turn up on NXT someday. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that person from 2 years ago.
I'd rather see that. I'd rather see that. I'd rather see that. I'd rather a tough enough situation where the Miz didn't win, but you know what? He showed up in WWE one day.
I enjoy the fact that Xena annoyed me for the first 2 weeks, and then because I started seeing gradual improvements, I'm like, okay, fine. You won me over. Except that leg trip. I hate that video.
That's my favorite movie wrestling, man. Don't you take that away.
No, I hate it.
I do that in real life now.
No, I do the Santino.
I go to grocery stores.
I do the Santino's leg sweep.
Never connected. But we'll see. I heard that line at the end, and I was like, just give me a new cast. I don't want to see some of these people in again. There's going to be some of the people I was like, they didn't really like. If I have to look at not Andrew Luck, what's his name? Anthony Luck.
Anthony Luke.
If he out there doing this again, I'm like, I don't want to see this shit again.
Marcus, you said you didn't even find that annoying. You didn't even find that annoying.
No, I said I found that annoying. No, that's the thing I said I found annoying about him. That was the thing. That was the thing, man. That was the definitive thing. When he does this, I'm like, I can't make money off that.
Yeah, and I want to see BJ Ray improve. Like, he can't just be that guy that can't wrestle.
I see BJ Ray taking Corey Gray's spot as commentary of NXT. When Corey eventually leaves.
Well, Corey's probably going to be called back to Raw from as of end of August.
Oh, college football, huh? Pat.
Yeah.
We'll see. You ready to talk about Raw? I think that's everything, huh?
Yeah, Raw gave me nothing. The show over.
God damn it. You know what? And I feel like I don't want to go segment by segment, Manny. I just want to break stuff. Just talk about the show. So, main thing, as we talked to the thumbnail, Zoey Stark's injury in a triple threat match with Rhea Ripley and the returning Kairi Sane. It was nice seeing Zoey, the return of both Zoey and Kairi. It feels like they're from 5 years ago or something. The
thing is, this injury impacted the match because I think Zoey was supposed to take the pinfall because they didn't want Kairi losing on her return.
Yeah, I absolutely believe that 100%. 100%. And then they were like, definitely not. Honestly, I don't even know if Rhea was supposed to win the match. Like, I feel Rhea's too big of a star to be in this match. In the Money in the Bank, she's in the title picture no matter what. My critique for Money in the Bank is that this person really has no chance of ever winning the title, and this is the way they do it.
It's not no chance.
We're just gonna always be in the title picture.
It should be the person that you think is on the come up, can hold the thing for a bit, and do something, like become a major part of the show, and maybe be a transitional champion at that. Maybe
Damian Priest.
Yeah,
like right there. The last two basically. You go like, oh, this is a come up move. Rhea being in there, I'm like, you're too big for this. Like the ovation Rhea gets for just showing up on a Tron alone. She's the biggest star, probably one or two biggest stars on the roster right now, next to probably Cody Rhodes and maybe Roman or something like that.
But Marcus, can I just point out one thing? I am glad the Pirate Princess is back. Being a pirate, people. Not none of this. I'm part of damage control. Out there taking coins out of a person, throwing it into the crowd,
using the telescope again.
I want gold coins.
Yes, I enjoyed the music because I was like, I don't remember Kairi's music or if she's had music in the past 5-6 years. I don't think she got music when she came back. I think she just came out with the damage control music.
Yeah.
So shout out to Kyrie for being back. But also every Kyrie match I fear for her life. And at the start of this match, I was like, Kyrie, don't get hurt. And then she took a German, and I was like, oh, that's it. I thought that was it right away.
And then me and Marks was breaking this whole injury down.
Yes.
If you want better analysis, go watch Stephen Richards. The video will probably be up in 2 days when he breaks it down with a illustrator or telestromer or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and get to draw circles and use footage. As we sit here just speculating, all we have is a blurry image in a thumbnail. That's all we got.
You know what? That looks like it was taken with a potato too.
Yeah, it's like whoever had that also take pictures of Bigfoot and a Loch Ness monster and aliens. That's all we got. It is a disgusting injury, but what me and Manny were discussing, and I think I brought it up. I was saying I was blaming. I was kind of blaming both parties, but I think I didn't know. I still don't know who I'm blaming for it, but it seemed like somebody was late or early for the move. It was the springboard drop kick that she normally does.
Because when I was watching Raw, and I was trying to work out what happened to Zoey, because it's not exactly obvious from first viewing, because like she just lands and then crumples down. But when you play it back, just as Kyrie's doing something with Rhea, then Kyrie turns round, and then you hear the yell from Zoey of Kyrie, and then that's when I am assuming that when she's done that yell, she's standing on the top rope at that point, because you don't see it. You don't actually see the launch. But when you hear Kyrie, and I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, but I'm assuming at that point, that yell is when she's actually about to launch from the top rope onto her. So it's a mixture. I feel like it's a mixture of both, because Kyrie probably wasn't even aware that spot was about to happen right there and then. Yeah, I feel like she should have telegraphed it a little bit more better. But like on TV, obviously it looks better if you don't know that it's coming.
Yeah, and so on both sides of the argument, you could say, and the point is not that her is, main thing is I hope Zoey gets a speedy recovery. It looks like a terrible injury and all that. I'm not trying. It
actually looks so bad. Like
it looks really bad.
Like normally you don't see prayers for Zoe Stark and stuff like that. You don't see that from the IWC. You don't. Yeah. You don't.
Yeah. And we're pushing blame just for conversation. So we're trying to get down to what happened. It could be not Zoey. Kyrie Zane was a little rusty and may have her timing off or whatever. And I could see that on one side of it. I can see that Zoey isn't working much on the WWE. Could be off a little bit as well on TV. And adrenaline flies high. We've seen her do this drop kick, and it's a very aggressive drop kick.
Yeah, we talk about Dakota Kai for several weeks.
Yeah, it's a very athletic, strong. If you've seen it before, she comes in like a straight up missile and knocks you the fuck out. And the move, me and Manny are not trained wrestlers. We don't honestly know how these moves work, but the move looked like it harps on you landing on your opponent so you to avoid injury.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I don't like moves like that where it's like the only way it's impressive. Don't get me wrong, it's impressive. The agility, the ability to even think to do that. But when it's largely relying on someone to break your fall on that thing, it's too risky. It's just too risky, especially when it's like you have to land it. Like every time Tiffany Stratton go up and Charlotte go up, it's like it's freaky because they are the ones that land on their feet because they're gymnasts and they're trained.
It's like watching Ricochet or some shit where you go like, fuck.
But Ricochet's not a gymnast. Ricochet will fall like a wrestler. Ricochet will fall like an actual a trained wrestler.
Oh, you're saying trained athleticism and flips and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton, when you watch them, do you know when Charlotte does that disgusting
flippy spinning?
It's a shit dive to the outside. It's one of the worst dives from to the outside because Charlotte barely ever hits it.
It looks beautiful in the air though. It looks good.
So what she'll do is graze the person like that, and then land on her feet.
Yeah.
All over. But when they do that, I'm like that's all your body weight coming into one spot, and I'm like, you could hurt yourself like that. And that's exactly what happened to Zoey Stark. Obviously, the landing was supposed to be she hits Kyrie and then Kyrie breaks the fall. But at any point, coming with that impact marker, she could still have injured herself hitting Kyrie like that. If Kyrie didn't drop or whatever, if you held your ground,
yeah,
you could damage, you could break your leg doing the exact same thing. So like, yeah, it's scary when they do shit like that.
Yeah, and it was to me. Yeah, you can see in the footage I saw. I think it's fan footage or something showing the injury. She's like she realized Kyrie's not there, and she kind of like it flinches, and that's why her leg goes the other way because she's trying to brace for the fall. Because she's like, I'm just gonna fall. I'm just about to fall and get hurt. And by her bracing herself, it kind of really made it even worse that her knee would turn and buckle some more. And
it's the same knee that she tore an ACL, MCL, and meniscus in 2021.
Yeah. So
anyway, it's unknown the severity of this injury, but from the way it looks bad.
Yeah. And so this leaves Kyrie and Rhea kind of confused. They cut the commercial. I guess they figured it out in the break. I'm assuming there was a little discussion of what we're going to do, who's going to take the pin.
It's like Kyrie it's going to be me. Kyrie Riptide finish.
Yeah. Like you can tell it was a made-up match, I guess, toward the end, because they do the booyahs, and it's like, I miss, all right, Riptide. I feel like it went to that. I was like, oh, okay, that's the best they could do. But yeah, just basically Zoey Stark, hopefully he'll, come back stronger than ever. I blame Triple H for not releasing her because he seemed like he was on the cusp of, I don't know how she made the cut of Triple H because he doesn't use her anyway. He don't use her for shit to get pinned.
I feel she may be next, but like with this injury, she may be out for a bit longer, but she survived the next. No, I think she's going to survive the next battle cuts because naturally, I don't think they cut people that are actual injured.
I think they do.
I haven't seen it because I remember AEW did it to someone and then it caused an uproar.
Damn. Well, I don't think it's good. I think they take care of her bills and all that, her medical stuff. But I think she's still going to get cut, like right after she heals up.
When she heals up, comes back. Maybe I get the feeling too because that's happened to Shotzi. I think that's happened to Dakota Kai. I think people's bodies aren't naturally made for this sometimes, and it's harsh to say, but it happens to women a lot more.
It's not equal.
No. So the ACL injury is common with all female athletes. It's to do with their hips. Because they've got childbearing hips. It puts the strain on their knees. Their knees are not meant to move like quick movements, an agile thing, like when you're being agile.
Manny, do I know about that? Watch this.
Yeah.
Check out those hips. Check out the quickness of those hips.
But like, do you know when you change direction?
They don't lie.
Women's knees are not built the same way, like in terms of like the way evolution has kind of worked on their knees. That's why they're more prone to ACL injuries, and it happens in all female sports. You'll see like most women, majority have an ACL type knee type injury. So and then that's what happened to like look at all the women in NXT. They all wear knee braces at the moment. So it's an ACL thing, isn't it? It's more likely to happen for female injuries, and I don't know how you combat that. It's just one of those things. It's just like you can't fight genetics.
Yeah. So Rhea Ripley won the match, Manny. She is going to be entered in the Money in the Bank in Los Angeles. That's overpriced, so I'm not going to it. Bastards. Maybe it go down. If it ranges to $30, I consider it. Fuck them.
It's never going down to $30.
Yeah, I know. It's never going back to that again.
Although, Marcus, it might because I feel. Do you know how Eric on Saturday was like? There's a downturn that's bound to happen to WWE.
Yeah,
it will. It will. But WWE ain't gonna stay this hot.
Yeah, people aren't gonna just pay this shit.
Ain't gonna remain this hot, and then the thing just start. Attendance is gonna start going down. They're gonna have to start lowering the ticket prices so people will come back into the arenas.
Yeah. It will change. I understand. Like Eric is 1,000% right. You're right for agreeing with Eric, and I am agreeing with you, so that makes me right as well. 3-way right streak. We know we can't be wrong. But she's going to go into that Money in the Bank match probably as the favorite, but I don't have her winning. We already have Alexa Bliss, and then later in the show, Roxanne Perez qualifies as well.
Alexa Bliss probably won't win it. I think you might get a good show of Roxanne.
I think Roxanne's the perfect person. And I know they've given her technically everything. Youngest yada 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 yada, right? May as well give her youngest Money in the Bank winner. I think she still could get that. And then it'd be interesting having her with that briefcase as she is also joining the Judgment Day.
Yeah, she's joining Judgment Day or whatever spin.
Which this drama is never going to end.
No, I love this drama, Marcus.
This drama is getting ridiculous. They've recycled the same storyline 10 times. They've been recycling the storyline since Edge came in and Balor took over. The Judgment Day dissension. Someone's joining. Who's the leader? Oh, now we're kissing up the Dom instead of Finn. And how does Liv feel about this? He's playing the Rhea role. I just feel like we recycled this like 3 times.
Which again, lazy booking.
Yeah, it's the we get on AEW about booking MJF in the same way. The Judgment Day keeps going on and on. and it just keeps recycling. Can we trust this person? Are they in the faction? Can they join? Remember they did it with JD McDonough. What are you doing in the group? You're not officially in the group. You can say they sampled it with R-Truth.
They did it with R-Truth.
Yep, they did it with R-Truth. They've been teasing Finn and Dominic's breakup forever. Carlito, when he came in, you're not a part of the Judgment Day. But you eventually became a part of the
everyone day. Allowed Raquel to come in with no issue.
That's so true. Raquel just kind of slapped it in. And she had the biggest gripe of Roxanne joining. How dare you? You know what, Manny? You know what? And the funny thing is, the group is at this point a Latino faction at this point of all mixed Latinos and whatnot. Finn brings them in, and how dare you be your own people that try to get you out, right? How dare you, Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez Cortez or whatever the hell your last name is? How dare you? She brought the nuggets to Dom, which were prime McDonald's chicken nuggets. I don't know how he eats it without sauce. And I think that's what she messed up at. I gotta kick her off the group.
I mean, it's achievable, but it's just like eventually after like 3, it's like I need something.
And I also don't know if I want my chicken nuggets in that box that she brought it in. I want them in a little box like McDonald's, or I don't want you to move them around.
That box looked like it was sat on.
Yeah, that box looked like like it's a reuse for like a Christmas. Like, I got a nice shirt out of this, and then he's like, I can use this later. I would never think to put chicken nuggets in there. Be like, here you go. Carlito got apples. I thought she bought the wrong color apples. I thought he was gonna be upset.
Yeah, but why did only those 2 get gifts?
Well, Manny, they're the heart and soul. I don't know why Carlito got a gift. Dom's a champion. Finn brought it. Who knows what his gift was? He take hotel room keys. So he'll put anybody in.
He said they've been talking for weeks.
Was he talking to Julia too?
Finn's a 4-year-old man.
Honestly, I feel like Julia's the better fit in the Judgment Day. I think they should have reversed it. Although Julia probably English in the dynamic with Judgment Day revolves talking and.
I feel Julia beats to her own drum.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's more interesting. I feel like. But Roxanne, I think, because Roxanne's turned on everybody she's ever teamed up with. She turned on Cora Jade at least 4 times. And
Cora Jade started it. Cora Jade started it.
She did. She broke a skateboard on air on her.
She broke a skateboard for a tag team title in the bin.
Oh yeah, she did do that. Yep. You know what? Cora deserved those turns. Also on the show, Logan Paul was out there. He talked. They're teasing him winning this championship at Saturday Night Main Event. Gunther confronted him, and then he attacks Jey USO at the end with a punch. Nothing really came from this storyline that I care about. I don't believe he's going to win.
Did you not find it funny when Gunther came out? He said, "If you take beating Jey USO away from me, I will take that personally as disrespect."
It's a good lie, but I just don't believe it. I just don't believe he's ever going to beat him. I was telling you, and the reason the thumbnail said, "Will Logan Paul ever be a champion, Manny?" Do you feel he'll ever actually become WWE or world champion at any point?
You can make him a world champion. Do not make him the WWE champion.
Damn. Manny's holding that barrier. Manny's holding the gate. Is it too prestigious for you? Is it too prestigious? Are you not allowing it?
It's too prestigious. That title has so much history, Marcus. That title has so much history. And if you go back to the days of He Should Not Be Named, he doesn't normally put that title on air just to anybody.
There's that one time he put it on himself.
You put it on himself.
Yes.
But you got the likes of Jinder with that title. There's not that many people that have held the WWE title.
Yeah, I know, but I honestly, I think he should win it. I think this is honestly be the best time for him to win it. We're at a down point in the WWE. Like you said, the hill is right there. We're on top of this hill. We're Darby Allin on top of Mount Rushmore, who made it to the top. We're on our way down.
Mount Everest.
I keep saying, you know, when you say Mount, it's just you don't say Everest as much. At least I say Niagara Falls this time. He's on top of Niagara Falls.
Who goes? Hang on, guys. I want to do something momentous. I'm gonna climb Niagara Falls.
No, I said that. I got it mixed up randomly on the show, and I was like, I don't even know why I said it.
No one ever says that.
I said it. I mixed it up. I was taking a shot at myself about Niagara Falls. That time he was climbing the Hoover Dam, but he's on what are we talking about? Oh, he's on Mount Everest. WWE's on Mount Everest right now, but they're gonna go down. I think Logan Paul right now would be the better time. I know he has a connection with Tyrese Halliburton, who may become an NBA champion. I think you do it all at the same time.
Speaking of him, he's going to be in WWE 2K25 as DLC, and judging by the YouTube videos that have come up on my feed, people are not happy about this.
Why? They put McAfee's goons in the game. Why they weren't happy about an actual NBA. Possible NBA champion and top tier athlete.
As sometimes the words go when a part timer comes in specifically at WrestleMania is taking someone else's spot. They believe they're taking a spot from someone that could actually be in the game for their actual roster.
Who is it in 2K25 that isn't actually in the game?
Ray Phoenix.
He just got there.
Penta. He's DLC, but Penta.
Yeah, they're both going to be in the game. I bet you Penta and Ray Phoenix will have a Lucha Bros interest in one of the updates by the end of August. So I feel it's ridiculous to get outraged about people in a game. Like oh, they added Tyrese Halliburton. Like, did I get mad at NBA Jam for adding Al Gordon, Bill Clinton, and whatever that white kid name was, Aaron Nick or whatever his name was?
I bet you did.
No, not as a kid. I didn't care. In fact, I used those characters to play them. I just don't feel like there's a reason to get outraged over video game characters. And something.
Yeah, I don't think Logan Paul should become the WWE champion. If he wants to be world champion, that's fair enough. But it better be only for a month. I don't want it to be a lengthy title reign. It needs to be only for a month, and he needs to be on every show. I'm just saying.
Well, Kenny Omega claimed WWE is one step away from Mr. Beast versus Logan Paul at the.
I would pay to watch that, though.
You know how big business that would do? It would get all their fan bases. In fact, you can bring all the top YouTubers out. Bring all the YouTubers out.
Mr. Beast has near 110 million YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, and Manny, by millions, you mean billions probably at this point as we're speaking. It's ridiculous. I would do a. Honestly, they should just create the YouTube championship at this point. They have the speed title.
We don't need that, Marcus.
Anyway, I would give Logan Paul the title right now because I would have him go to every single Tyrese Halliburton Indiana Pacers playoff game him and McAfee and stuff, and I'll have that title and they're hugging it out, and they can give him the title after they quote unquote win the title. I don't think the Pacers are going to win, even though that's my pick to win. That's my team. Like fifth favorite team.
You can't have multiple teams.
I can do what I want. Don't judge me.
You can't have multiple teams.
This is not the judgment day, Manny. This is not the judgment day. You cannot judge me.
I can.
By the way, the judgment day, very judgy in that group. They're earning their name. What else happened on the show?
Well, Seth Rollins was throwing out threats.
Around.
He going around throwing threats in his double denim attire.
So basically the main event was about the Rollins, Breaker, Jey, Logan Paul feud, kind of all those people all together, which I don't know how I'm supposed to feel or care about any of this. Because Jey's a champion, but he's not the strongest champion. He's not drawing anybody. And
you know how he's not the strongest champion? Jey, Paul Heyman squared up to him.
Yeah, he squared up.
Paul Heyman squared up to Jey Uso. That means Jey Uso is beatable.
It's the whole Vince Russo on Sami Zayn. He may kick my ass, but he wouldn't take 1 second to kick my ass. That just disqualifies you from winning the world championship. But this also led to Sami and Punk coming out there to set up their feud at Saturday Night Main Event and whatnot. And
then Logan knocks out Jey Uso once again.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff happened, but not much happened at all, really.
Nothing happened on the show. It's trash.
Yeah. It's like, again, like I said, there's nothing happening storyline-wise in WWE other than I'm curious what Cena's going to do. Curious what Cena's going to say. I want to see the Cena stuff.
Actually, Cesaro was cleared and he wants his match with Rusev. Rusev in the video package goes, "How dare you challenge me, you ungrateful little man."
Yes. No, he had another line. That I died laughing. I can't remember what it was. Fuck.
Is it your ego may get you cheered?
Yes.
But your arrogance will get you slaughtered.
Yes. Yes. I need to use that. That is Darth Vader evil type of shit. That's like a life lesson and an ass whooping at the same time.
Once I beat you and make you tap out, I will forgive you for your stupidity, but I will forget your existence.
Yes. I thought this was the best one he did
yet.
This
is a villain. This is a real villain.
This is a good villain right here. And this was one of the many highlight, or not many, but this is a highlight of the show for me. When he cut that, I was like, yes. I love this. I don't understand why AEW just didn't run with the fucking Redeemer like this. This is so good.
AEW, I think AEW would be more fun to watch.
Yeah, well, he was. Remember, he was. The whole thing was perfect. And then his wife came up, and then they all kind of disappeared.
The more he started mentioning his wife, and then when she showed up again, it just went off the rails.
Yeah, but it was still good. Even mentioning his wife, it was just when his wife showed up, and she was like teaming with other people and to beat him, but they were together. The whole thing made no sense. And then he just kind of disappeared. And but I'm liking what they're doing with Rusev. I like that they're making every match seem like a big deal. Even if it is Tozawa, he's talking about promos like he's going to kill Tozawa. We don't have anybody talking about killers. Everybody's talking about I respect you at some point, or you do this, and I need killers. I need somebody to say I'm going to kill you every single time.
No Catalyst this week.
No Catalyst. Isn't he on SmackDown now? No, he don't Raw. He's feuding with AJ. I don't know. Honestly. AJ team with Penta. Yeah. AJ team with Penta and their matching outfits. They look good as a team. That's all I have for that. I don't really have much. There's a lot of stuff that happened. Austin Theory guy's ass whooped.
Grayson got his ass whooped.
Grayson, yeah. I'm sorry. Austin was on the outside. Yeah. Laughing. Grayson guy's ass whooped. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Bro. Lyra showed up and she said, "I'm like a bird. I want to fly away," and they fought Becky. Because Becky.
I am actually going to watch. She's on Chris Van Vliet, which was uploaded today. I am going to watch that later.
Oh yeah. Betty, surprise! I'm gonna pass. I'm out.
Yeah, because you don't like people from Europe. You
no,
tolerate
Manny.
me.
I tolerate you, and I hate the Irish. Apparently. You know what? That's one thing he must not be now. He wouldn't allow this many Irish people running amok. We have Seamus running amok. We have Finn running amok. We have Lyra running amok. And we have Becky running amok. And they're all running on the same show.
He's American Irish.
Yeah, that's different. I'm talking about from Ireland. Vince couldn't hang out with those guys. He'd get killed at a bar. You know that. But then again, he may be like, bring it on.
Nah, I think Vince can drink people on the table.
He might. I think competitively he would try to drink people on the table and then fight them all.
He's a white man from that particular time that would just drink and drink.
I just need more Vince stories. Just
as I heard it on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the man referred to it as handling his brown. Yes. Yes. These are old people terms that just never be referred to in the present day.
So other than that, I got nothing else really to add to this show.
No, neither do I. One of the easiest watches because I could do this without paying attention and not really realize that I missed anything.
Yeah. You know, the best part about Raw is that it's 2 hours or 2.5 hours. It's not 3 hours like SmackDown, and it's easier to get through.
Yeah.
But neither one had come to the levels of NXT. And AEW, you know, they're hit or miss. A lot of the times we watch the show, they're like, oh, they had a great show.
You would hope they hit today. You hope they will hit. You hope they hit on Wednesday after the debacle that happened on Collision.
What do you think they got? I don't think they have to make up for it. It's not like that was going to be watched by millions of people that week.
Well, Tony will want to make up for that, though.
For next week Collision, Betty, tune in.
I was going to ask this question, but I never got around to it last week. So the Mina Shirakawa thing of changing the entrance music.
Yeah. Oh, you even changed the skin to talk about this.
Yes, he listened to the fans, Marcus. He listened to the fans. He listened to Backlash. But does that make him like
folded
a pushover? Because if she decided to change it or he decided to change it in the first place, don't you want to see it through and give it a few weeks? Like at least WWE, they'll still go ahead with it regardless of whether you like it or not. Like,
yeah, we don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck what you think.
We'll change the commentary. We'll change the name.
Yeah.
You don't care.
Yeah.
We go through with it. Walter is now Gunther, and you're just gonna have to live with that.
I feel this sets a precedent in terms of like if AEW doesn't, a specific type of AEW fan, not all of them, specific type of AEW fan, the vocal one, doesn't like a particular thing, and the vocal minority on that can influence the show at that point.
Yeah, and then it just shows that but this is why you don't negotiate with terrorists, because you see, okay, I gave you an inch. How far is this gonna go? So let's say on This Week in Dynamite, Manny. I don't know any other match. I don't make up a match. The Beast Mortals versus AR Fox. The Beast Mortals loses.
Give me a good match, Marcus. If you're gonna make up a match, give me a good match.
No. I'm just going with I'm going minor. I don't want to make it macro. I'm just gonna start minor. AR Fox versus the Beast Mortals. AR Fox beats the Beast Mortals. Outcry from the fans. Do they redo the match next week and then have the Beast Mortals beat AR Fox? And then it's like, hooray! Totally. And then where does that lead to if you start changing matches and finishes and people you want to push? Does that go, oh, okay, John Moxley versus Swerve for the title. Oh, I don't want Swerve to win, or whatever way you want to go with this. Outcry for the fans. Do they just be like, oh, we're going to give the title back to Mox because it was an outcry? That's the kind of president you're going to change your whole show and what you plan on doing for the people. And I think you got to, give a chance. If you're going to do something and change it, be fully committed to this change. Like, you can tell he was not committed to this new music. Maybe he didn't like it. Maybe it was Mina that wanted the music changed. And he was like, I don't know about this. I don't know. And he was like, fuck it, put it back.
If he didn't know, he could have just said no. It's your show.
But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to be the nice guy. And you know what? He probably is a nice guy, but to be a boss, you have to make the tough decisions. And I don't know what was the reason behind changing the music in the first place. Like, her music was fine. It's not a Jamie Hayter situation where Manny would probably go buy a plane ticket and go like, Tony, you gotta change this shit right now.
Let me pull up your
Duke, banger.
Tony.
Yeah.
How dare you take away my club banger?
I just don't think you should give in to the fans so easy like that. Just be watching Twitter. Like, tell your show. Like, if any TV show was, and it's no TV show like professional wrestling. Most shows are taped in advance, reality or whatever and stuff like that. But I don't like such and such on a TV show, and they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna change the course of this whole show. Like,
yeah, I just think the fan service that Tony did for that, I feel like it's going to set a precedent that they think that they can change the way the show is going to be and stuff like that. When in reality, you should be just taking what you get. I mean, it is his show. Yes, he is there to entertain you, but you don't have the rights to call what you see and how the show is run. Yeah. You can have an opinion, but they don't have to listen to it.
I'm just a strong belief that commit to the story you're trying to tell. And that goes in all aspects. Like, whether it's, the design of someone's clothes or whatever. Let's go into the Harry Potter series. We love them. Harry Potter, They were all wearing the robes and stuff in the first two movies. In the third movie, they decided, you know what, we're scrapping that. But what if there was an outrage from the fans going, no, I want them back in their robes? I'm sure there probably was. There could have been. I don't know how prevalent the internet was back when.
Well, you know what they would have said? Warner Brothers tells you to go fuck yourself.
Yes. Hold on. In my fake British accent, go fuck yourself. That was from Warner Brothers. And if you're trans, Drake would say it again.
It's a movie. It's a bit of wardrobe. It's a movie. It's not going to change the way you enjoy the books and stuff.
It's all about aesthetics, though, man. No, it's about aesthetics. It's about aesthetics.
No, the biggest change would be if we went to these new Star Wars movies, like what was her name, Rey?
Yeah.
If she just turned up to start wearing jeans and boots.
All right, you know what the equivalent would that be? Hold on, I have the equivalent.
Go on.
Manny, let's say you put on Star Wars and it's continuing whatever the Skywalker saga, it's the Rey saga and all that. And then you're ready for the scroll. And then it's a completely different song. You go, what the fuck? And go, da, 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 da. I think that's the Megazord song.
That's the Dragon Sword.
Yes, the Dragon Sword. That's what I meant to say. That's the Dragon Sword song. But let's say Star Wars song. Da, 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 da. And something like that. You go, what the fuck is this shit? And then everybody goes in line, which they always do on Star Wars. What the fuck is this shit? And then you go back to it halfway through the movie. I guess when the big engine goes, we get the original thing. We go back to the original thing. You can't do it in any other thing but wrestling. But I'm just saying that's the equivalent of them changing Mita's music. It's like, just fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, let's change the Star Wars music. Come on, let's piss Star Wars fans. I'm 100%. And pissing Star Wars fans off just because now. Because they get pissed off over the littlest things no matter what.
Okay, Marcus. Let's do it. I'm going to remaster the original Star Wars.
Ooh. Yes!
Darth Vader will be wearing a leather jacket, leather trousers, motorcycle boots, and a black motorcycle helmet.
So basically you're turning him to Elon Musk, man.
Yes.
That's essentially what you just turned Darth Vader to. You know what? That's like remaking Star Wars and taking off the helmet from Vader. Nah, he doesn't wear that no more.
Luke Skywalker would be exactly dressed like Donald Trump.
Like you would just like they can really put, and then they're at the Han Solo's now gay. You can't do that.
That's a Disney thing. Oh wait, are we doing the Disney makeup?
Disney is Star Wars now, Manny.
No, we're gonna do the Disney fuck around with Star Wars.
Yes, we're fucking around. I'm fucking around. I will fuck up Star Wars in a minute.
Leia's black.
Ooh, and Luke is still white, and they're twins.
Oh, Luke is Chinese.
What does that make Vader? What does that make Anakin? Palpatine's now a woman. Very angry woman.
And he's actually now a reptile. He's full on reptile now. He's like Yoshi.
Got a nice tongue. I'm just saying, I would love to take over. That's probably a tangent question. If you could take over a franchise and fuck it up, Manny, which one would it be? Just out of pettiness. Because you just recently saw Mission Impossible. Would you fuck that one up just to piss people off? But I think there's no one negative against Mission Impossible.
I don't think there's that many people negative about Tom Cruise's bangers of the movies.
No.
I remember watching Top Gun in the cinema. I came out more masculine than I went in.
Manny was like, let's play what's the football they played on the beach in Maverick?
Two-way football, wasn't it?
Two-way football, whatever the hell it was called. Fighter football. It made no sense. But I felt like a man doing it.
I feel like a man watching that movie.
We took out the enemy, whoever that was.
When they finished with the job, everyone was like, "Hey-ya!"
Woo! Pilot to the danger zone.
And you're gonna feel that sense of hurrah when the outcome of Mission Impossible happened. I'm not gonna spoil it. I saw it yesterday. I'm not gonna spoil it. But let me tell you, people, if you made it this far, if you have a weak bladder, top marks to do this too. There's a middle point. There's about a middle point because the film is about 3 hours. There's a middle point where he decides to go get something from a sunken submarine. The moment he descends to start doing that stuff, you have about 2 minutes to run to the nearest toilet and go toilet and come back, and you won't miss anything.
You won't miss a thing. I don't want to fall. That's how I am in some movies. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing. Yeah, like I try not to go to the bathroom in any movie, and I think I can hold it. I don't do beverages when I go into the movie. I don't have a drink.
Oh, I have to. That's the thing. The biggest thing I need is a drink. I don't normally need popcorn. I don't need food. I did have popcorn yesterday, Marcus. Do you know half the time I spent doing in that film? Poking bits of the popcorn that got stuck in the hole where my tooth used to exist.
Just bring dental floss, Manny, and just.
I can't because the gum at the back is actually forming around this hole, but the hole is things just get stuck in it. So I'm like, I didn't realize how often I chew to this particular side of my mouth.
Oh, I'm only on one side chewer.
No, I thought I was a two-sided. Clearly, I'm on one side.
Yeah, I'm one-sided. It's a one-sided situation. I only chew on my right side, unless it's like ice cream or something. It's depending on what it is, but mostly right side chewer. It does all the hard work. Like if I can get muscles in my mouth, which I'm pretty sure you can, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that right side that's the jaw. That's the jaw
yeah,
right."
So at
there.
one point, if my tongue wasn't able to do it, my hand was going in there like, ding. It's actually disgusting.
This is the real Mission Impossible. Can't get this corner out. Cruise, help!
Yeah, but Mission Impossible was enjoyable. I'm sure Lilo and Stitch will be the live action. I'm not really that inclined to go watch it, but I've got it with my Limitless pass, so it's like I might as well.
I think Disney's gonna fuck up Lilo and Stitch, and I don't even know. I haven't looked at a single review or whatever anybody posted online about it. I just seen the commercials and trailer. I just think that I don't trust Disney in live action no more. Of whatever childhood movie you've ever seen in your life.
Mark, because I feel this is gonna be better than Moana 2. Moana 2 was trash.
I still haven't got to that one.
Me and Eric both agreed. It's a Disney cash grab. It's like those. Do you know Moana 2? It's like one of those ancient Lion King 2 kind of things where it was straight to DVD or straight to VHS.
Yeah,
that's what Moana 2 should have been. That should have been an in-screen release. That should have been on Disney Plus.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna watch it on Disney Plus. Be like, you know what? It was a solid movie, guys. You can check it out.
Yeah, it's solid if you didn't have to go out and go see it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch Moana 2 tonight. Just I got no reason to. But you know what? If you can, put in the comments, which no one is. No one ever comments on the show, except for like Jimmy and stuff and the regulars. Montez, the Cup. Shout out to those guys who leave comments. But put in a comment if you could mess up a franchise right now, go for it, and tell me what you would do to mess it up. Because I would fuck up Star Wars in a minute. Star Wars already kind of fucked, but I'll fuck up Star Wars in a minute.
Oh, Marcus, I would overly sexualize Harry Potter.
It's already overly sexualized. They don't even have anything.
No,
the way people talk about Hermione is disgusting.
No, Marcus. Because
and these are kids, Manny. These are kids.
Exactly. And I went to school in that system, Marcus. I went to school in that system. That is a UK school, Marcus. As far as I'm concerned, that is a UK school. And when I went to school, Marcus, everyone in year 9 or grade 9 was a third of them were pregnant. A third of the girls in my year in grade 9 were pregnant. That should be reflected in Harry Potter.
we're not Manny, because you know what? Abortion almost will come in at all times.
Yeah, Marcus, not do that. And then you got to deal with pro-choice and everything, which would make the movie a lot more interesting.
You know how I fuck up Harry Potter, ready? I'm making Dumbledore a black trans woman, and just to piss off J.K. Rowling for fun. Because I'm
going to allow you to do that.
I don't know how much power she has anymore of those franchise.
Power.
I'm sure she does, but I would do it just to petty, because I want for petty reasons. I don't want you to just fuck it up to fuck it up.
By the way,
Mortal Kombat for Smush. I don't know how you fucking. What can you do other than Mortal Kombat 2? Mortal Kombat 2 happened in the last Mortal Kombat movie, where I still say they didn't have a tournament. What the fuck was the point of the movie? I want the tournament.
I don't know why we reviewed it. It was a bad movie.
Well, you know what?
It was a bad movie.
No, it was a bad movie, and I think it wasn't getting high praise at the time or something. I don't remember why we did it.
It was, but it wasn't good.
It wasn't a good movie, and you know what? I feel like it's taking them too long to come out with the next one.
Is there a next one?
Yeah, it's already Mortal Kombat 2. I think it's coming out this year.
You do a tournament and you don't have Scorpion. That's true.
Yeah. Now, why is this text in the corner right there? What's going on with that?
It's a new feature.
Oh. I don't know if I like that.
Why? Because you don't have control of when it comes up.
Yeah. You know, man, I'm all about control, and I ain't playing.
Oh, Marcus, wait, hold on. I did read Kane's comment. If I catch Jasper Troy tell anyone bend the knee, he's done. I'm writing him off completely. If I ever hear him say that to someone, first of all, that was that ungrateful bitch that became what's her name? Khaleesi or whatever in
Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, ungrateful bitch, because she was going to be sold as a slave in the first episode, and then suddenly becomes a queen of all this bullshit. Tries to tell people to bend the knee. You're about to be sold as a prostitute.
You know what? That's a come up, Manny. I'm not.
Wait
a minute. That's like you. Hold on. That's like you becoming a successful podcaster at the end of the day, and then people were like, "Oh, you can't tell him. He was trying to think what's a low point in the show." They had those shitty ass thumbnails in the beginning, and he was working at a grocery store. He can't tell me what I can and can't watch. Nah, she came up. I'm not gonna criticize Daenerys Targaryen for that. Yeah, she's a child of incest and whatnot, and everything else is going on.
She will never tell me to bend the knee.
You're a burn.
Yeah, I'm gonna get good uppercut on that bitch first.
You're gonna miss. Those penisless dudes would come up and get you right in the heart before you do anything.
Penisless dudes? It was just one.
Her opponent was the Unsullied. Her army was the Unsullied. They all had no penis, Manny. All had no penis.
Oh, well, that's just not fair.
A bunch of penis men out there. Damn.
Yeah, she needs to remember where she came from.
I'm just saying, if I'm a penis man, I don't know if I'm fighting any wars. What do I got to fight for? It's the better life for me.
You're angry and shit.
Yeah. Just... For what? It's even worth it anymore.
You don't get a penis for this?
Yeah.
A functioning one?
Shit. It's ridiculous. But yeah, leave in the comments what you or what do you think of WWE Monday Night Raw? Also leave that in the comments that, what do you think of Triple H booking? I think it sucks. I think nothing's really happening on these shows. I think we're stagnant.
I think we're getting close to the end.
Do you think he has a chance of losing creative power?
Yeah.
By the end of the year or so.
Yeah, I think The Rock is gonna be rocking.
Oh, he's gonna usurp him. And because numbers are down on the USA Network or whatever. I saw some rating that they
it's Friday. What do you want? People have got lives now.
Well, Manny, it's cut in half from what they had on Fox. I know it's national channel, but they were doing like 2.5 million at one point on Fox.
Yeah, but they
3 million when Roman was around
during games.
And now on USA Network, it's falling up. But it's just I have no interest. They have no stars going around right now. No Roman, no Cody.
Yeah, and it's a
no Travis Scott,
which is boring.
Yeah.
Which hopefully by next week or in the next few weeks, it goes back to being 2 hours.
Yeah.
What a glorious time that will be.
Yeah. Damn, they do have a lot of stars out. Bianca's out. Cody's out. Roman's just, Roman. It's Roman season. He takes summers off.
Yeah.
Although, can't knock the man for that. No Lesnar's. Cena's part-time. You don't know if he's going to be on the show or not. Most likely he won't.
He's got about 18 dates left, Marcus.
Well, as I look at the schedule, I don't know if he counts his Fanatic appearance, which they don't have to now. Just say everybody's going to be there. Don't give me this week-by-week bill of who's going to be there. They're all going to fucking be there. If John Cena's going to be there, they're all going to be there. Here's a story we didn't talk about. Good job, Natty. Kick ass, Natty. Kick ass. I don't know if it was real. I'm pretty sure it's fake.
The guy with the man bun?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's fake, but get him, Natty.
Oh, and she's a host on Busted Open, though.
Oh, Natty?
Mm.
Oh, shit. So WWE is about Busted Open. It's official.
No.
I know they have it. I know they got what? 2-3 people on their payroll on that show now? I think they have Mickey, Bubba Ray, and now I guess
I don't
Natty.
think Mickey's on their payroll.
Mickey's on their payroll. Well, she was last time I listened to it. It was like 2 years ago. I don't know. She's still on there.
But Baron Corbs is on there now.
Yeah. He criticized AEW this week and said, what was he said? The one thing he disliked about AEW was, I forgot. I felt like it was enough of a story to bring up with Eric, because that's his boy, a week later.
Yeah, let's end the show here.
Yeah.
Like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Raw didn't really give us anything.
It's not our fault these shows aren't as good as they should be. It's Raw's fault.
We tried.
Give us the juice, yeah. Again, real world stupid storylines are beating wrestling. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are out there fighting each other.
I don't give a damn about that, Marcus. What we need to start doing is Diddy Trial update in the title.
Yeah. You know what? How about this? Next week, Manny, if Raw's trash, we cover the Diddy trial. We cover the Diddy trial. That's it. You guys are gonna lose a week. If Raw is trash next Monday, we will come in Tuesday and say we're just doing Diddy trial updates. We will sit here. And Manny will talk about baby oil, and I will talk about the just being a full-on cuck. The experience of a cuck. We'll call it a cuck.
Even if Raw's good next week, leave in the comments if you want us to talk about it.
We'll have people. We'll have our own. We have cucks in and talk about Kid Cudi's car explosion. Man, everything on this story is wild. Everything. It just seems like this is what, like day 7 or 8 or whatever we're on. I don't know. Or 2. This is the week 2 of it. And every day something that comes out, and you go, well, shit, Diddy's a freak.
This is gonna go on for ages. This isn't gonna be wrapped up in 2 weeks.
No, they said it's gonna be. They said it's a 2 months. It's a 2 month trial. They're 8 weeks.
I ain't got 2 months to pay attention to this.
Every week there's some new story. Like today we find out that Diddy had Cassie. He was a cuck. This is him. This is his cuck story. He was wear a burqa, like a Arab woman, and hanging her back and masturbate as she would have sex with like prostitutes, and go over that. How is that a crime? It's not a crime, but him extorting her mother, Cassie's mother, for the Kid Cudi relationship, and the reason he blew up his car and all that. It's bonkers. The whole thing is insane.
I can't even watch Draft Day ever again because of him.
Can't watch Get Him to the Greek. Can't watch Get Him to the Greek.
Who watches Get Him to the Greek in the first place?
I used to watch it. I haven't watched it in like 10 years, but it's never coming on TV again, I'm sure.
But yeah, like the video, subscribe.
I think we got Diddy running at him in a hotel in a towel in that one too. Life imitates art. Art imitates our life. Yeah, so we'll be back on Thursday. Like the video, subscribe. We out. Peace. Diddy trial next week.
We should end on that.
No, that's tragedy. No,
we'll end on this.
That's us covering the Diddy trial, going. Ah!
No, because
no, we're done. We're out of here.
No, because the one on the left looks horrified. The one on the right, looks horrified. The middle and the other one, the one on the left, look amazed by what they see.
Yeah.
They can't be covering the Diddy trial. What is he doing with that oil?
What's he gonna do? How much oil does he need? Is this why gas is going up? His Diddy has all the oil?
Someone put on First Take the last time the Knicks were this deep in the playoff. Gas prices were $1.50 for a gallon.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so sad. Yeah, it was a tragedy. Knicks have to win this year, Betty, or is it? This is their last chance. I know there's going to be. I know there's going to be many NBA seasons after this. It's the last one.
I think they'll have a run next season, but I don't think. I think this is the best chance to ever do it.
Yeah, and I don't think they're getting past Indiana. But if I'm the league, if I'm Adam Silver, I'm rigging it. As I told Eric, I'm rigging it. The Knicks are in the finals. I cannot have OKC. I cannot have OKC versus Indiana.
Did you see the videos of the Knicks fans overreacting to a win?
No, but I can imagine. It's kind of like Cowboy fans on week 1.
No, it's worse than Cowboy fans.
Oh. Is it Patrick Beverly level of beating
Cowboy
the Clippers?
Fans are like, how about them Cowboys? Whereas like these Knicks fans were like imagine they said flood warning or like the apocalypse is coming. Yeah, that's how these Knicks fans react. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5.
Yeah. And let me tell you this. Okay, if Raw's no good Monday, the show should have ended. We're going to end after this, I guess, statement. Put some graphic up again. We're out of here. But if Raw's no good, we cover Diddy trial next week. And if Fiasco got it easy now that we think about it on the trial. Diddy trial Tuesday, and then on Thursday, if we have a horrible dynamite next week, we're covering Knicks playoff chances.
Well, we can start that from this Thursday, by the way.
I know, but my next Thursday they be out. Could be.
All right, so like the video, subscribe. If you haven't watched this video, watch it. Or if you have watched this video, watch it again and leave a comment.
Yeah. Let's put some likes on there. Put some likes on this video too.
Let's raise the hype of this video. Share this video to your family and friends.
Yeah, subscribe and shit.
Yeah, donate money. Rika's costing me money.
Oh, and also, let's keep people like that. If you see next to Paul Heyman out the front row, no more ghosts. No more ghosts. I thought that was the only one to see it.
More female Gunthers, though.
Yeah, more Gunthers.
So, like the video, subscribe. We out.
Peace. Oh, let me see. Yeah, I got fingers.